Come back and then to hoist the high up and under. Earl is the man that collects it. Dean's there. This is counter-attacking. This is right. Good anticipation again from Mark Wyatt. That really could have been dangerous for Swansea because they're throwing everything into attack and they could well be caught here. That's 19-year-old Steve Williams. What a day for him. Still at Neath Tertiary College. Again, it's the drive. This is Shelford. Still going forward despite all the efforts of Ian Davis. Standing off is Richard Lowe. Again, stays on his feet. Laid back, Deans into midfield. This is Brewer. Very nearly got a pass away. Retrieved by Swansea though. Gatland might be just on the wrong side of things there. Robert Jones spots a little gap. Responds by driving it low and angled over the touchline.
And that's heartbreaking for the All Black forwards. They've driven 30 or 40 metres with great ball in. They put the pass down in midfield and Robert Jones punishes them with a 40-metre kick.
Rane Urke asks them to leave that gap. Who again is James. This is good Swansea rucking. Taken on again. Standing off is James, but it's into midfield. This is Hopkins. This is Titley from the right-hand side. The ball lost in the tackle. Shelford is the man that drives on. It's again the straight drive. No chance of fringe benefits for Swansea. The ball kept absolutely tightly. This is Botica then. Little goes for the break. Good hands again. Ridge, Botica in the loop. This is Terry Wright. Robert Jones has support but is taken by Wright. And won by the All Blacks. Pearce drives it. Gatland quickly there, and the referee not satisfied. Number 2, Warren Gatland, his first appearance in Wales, and an impressive one it's been. A try to his credit as well. So he'll be pleased with his visit to St Helens. Ian Davis receiving treatment on this side of the scrum, but quickly in and indeed takes up the number 8 position. Standing off is Shelford. Brewer there again on the elbow. He has Earl, the other flanker there. This is typical All Black stuff. Williams is the man that drives it on. This is good play. Now it's out wide. This is Botica, the missed pass to McGahan. What hands from Ridge. This is superb. In his second try of the game. Absolutely top class stuff. Superb hand. And New Zealand score another try.
And Shelford and Brewer created that try because they drove up the middle, sucking in the Swansea midfield. The forwards drive on, but they had caused the confusion. And just look at the slick hands. And watch this pass and take. There's a beautiful take by the fullback Ridge, and it's out to win this. He's got the simple task of scoring, created by the back row.
So Botica with this conversion attempt of Craig Innes's try. Into the wind and struck beautifully by Botica. So now it's 23 points the difference. Just 14 minutes remaining of this game then. Swansea have put up a tremendous fight here, and at one time looked as if they might threaten, but really when the chips are down, the All Blacks respond in such a typical fashion. It's all drawn in together. The support is supreme, and handling there of the highest order.
I think the All Blacks showed us there what a cruel and hard game it can be at the top. Swansea been in their 22, lived there, but haven't scored the points. They've broken the Swansea half once, and they've got it 6 points on the scoreboard.
Botica with a restart. And it's been a lesson to so many of the club sides, the way that the All Blacks have restarted. They're right in trouble there, but really we've seen Botica, both on Wednesday and today, give his forwards that essential chance to get to the ball. Quickly taken to Robert Jones. That's cleverly done. This is James again. Jones has to go in and really battle to release that ball. And it was being killed on the ground, but says the referee. Ian Davis wanted that. This is Reynolds, straight in, laid back to Jones. This is Davis, Ian Davis, the try scorer, just half a metre short. Reynolds goes in, but again it's being killed, says the referee. Murray Pierce penalised. They have to go back 5 metres. And Swansea again to Billy James. Half a metre short. This is it. This time it's Paul Arnold. The lock forward. He spent his summer learning the trade in New Zealand. A broad smile on his face. And a try on the biggest day of his life.
It was only justice that the forward scored the try. Billy James sells a dummy. He has a dip for the line. He stopped him, she's short. Swansea forwards have been outstanding all afternoon. The young second row picks it over, picks the ball, and he's over.
So the deficit is down to 19. Can Wyatt make it 17? Yes, he can. Mark Wyatt converts Paul Arnold's try, and it's now Swansea 16, New Zealand 33.
Billy James is good for the line. He's taken down short, but excellent play by the second row Arnold. Very alert, picks it up. Nobody can stop the second row from there.
Botica having to be reminded that it's a place kick, and such is the mound of sand by now that they needn't bring the bucket on, because that game has been restarted quite some times during this game. Botica restarts then, with Pierce and Gordon there, but it's Arnold, the try scorer, that gathers, confidently gathers, spun off by Billy James again. Stuart Davis dives in to retrieve that. Lots of hands there, very untidily done. Finally it's Steve Williams that drives on. And the All Blacks not showing too much enthusiasm for the battle there. Bucket, well done. Picked up by Morgan. Laid back, Davis is there. The other Davis, both Stewart and Ian. And finally, really the All Blacks at the moment putting the All Blacks to the sword.
And I'll tell you one thing, when that ball was on the deck and it was being driven, there weren't too many All Blacks prepared to go down on it.
Shelford hardly involved in that scrum, just having hands on his back row colleagues. Brewer again in support, so is Earl. But it's won by Swansea. Jones on the little run, shadowed by opposite number Deans and Shelford, who falls perhaps or finds himself on the wrong side.
I think the referee might have awarded a penalty there to Swansea because Shelford tackled the man and just lay there on the wrong side.
Man, we saw Zinzan Brook on Wednesday not bother with a scrum. Here we have Shelford doing exactly likewise, just standing off blind side, knows that that's the favoured area. Jones has spotted that, so switches it open. This is Parfitt then. It's Arthur Emil again on the charge. Can he release that ball? Still shakes off a tackle, still takes on the opposition, still stays on his feet. Swansea need to reward him for that. They do so as Jones Burrows finally gets it away. Blindside to Clement, outside Gatlin, but very little room on that side. Checks inside, gets a pass. This will be Hopkins' try. What a tremendous try from Swansea. What a response to the challenge. Kevin Hopkins scores a try. And suddenly the gauntlet is again thrown down.
Great play by Swansea. Arthur Emmy did the damage with a great run. But look at Clement outside the hooker, no problem at all. Very strong, gathering his pace, tremendous acceleration, and a lovely pass. Kevin Hopkins gets it, and that's just rewards. Swansea in outstanding form.
Well, Kevin Hopkins will hear the deafening roar from this crowd underneath us here. Absolutely delighted with that. As Wyatt, just outside the 22, strikes that. Just well. Right well. There hardly been ever scenes like this at St Helens. A packed house, and the response between Wyatt and Hopkins so typical. Suddenly, the deficit is just 11. So Alan Reynolds will have to leave the field, and he'll be disappointed with that, because as far as he's concerned, it was just warming up. As the referee, indeed, I won't say kicks the bucket, but just falls over backwards, smiles as well. That's the substitute. Les Rutherford joins the fray in the back row for Swansea when things are just about hotting up. 8 minutes remaining. Arnold as well. Deans calls Brewer closer. And Clement offered the chance to pick his spot. Decides that the halfway line will do nicely. Wayne Shelford just to leave that line up for a second, just to make sure that Gatland knows exactly the noise here. Deafening. And no wonder they have to shout at one another. Beautiful take at the back of that line. This is Brewer again then. Ron Williams quickly in support. Dean's just a bit unsure. Gatland has to take over at scrum half. This is McGarhill. No way through as Jones takes it. Rutherford offered his first chance of a touch, wasn't quite ready for it. And as Clements runs through, and one or two run in, needlessly run in and get involved in things that have nothing to do with them. And the touch judge in as well.
If only that pass would have gone to hand for Swansea. There was a certain try there. Great tackling in midfield. They're knocking the All Blacks back over the advantage line.
Just a little injury to Kevin Hopkins.
Bit of panic in the backs here. McPhail gets the ball, but look, he's not looking for the man, and there's where it goes astray. Robert Jones gets it. Look, there would have been a 2-1, 3-1 on there, but unfortunately for Swansea, the ball was knocked forward.
Again, Shelford hardly involved in the scrum. This time Deans goes for the kicking option. And for the first time, for quite some time, we see the All Blacks in Swansea territory. We enter the final 5 minutes then. And the crowd is so enthusiastic at this point in time that every time a penalty is awarded to Swansea, it sounds as if they've scored a try. This is Clements again. That's a huge kick.
If there were any doubts about who's going to play for Wales in international, I think probably Clement has silenced them all, and he looks certain to be in the team.
Well, 11 points is the difference. Just 4 minutes remaining. And Shelford wants, or will need to hold his team together, withstand the pressure, keep Swansea at bay. Shelford leads by example, but this is Stuart Davis, his opposite number. Again laid back perfectly. Jones to Clement. Kicks into space, offers Titley a chance to chase. And finally, out of space again. again that threesome having planning meetings, Shelford, Deans and Gatlin. That's well taken by Gordon at the front. Again, when the pressure is on, it gets so tight, so disciplined. No sight with the ball, it's protected on each side. Shelford leading by example. He's in the middle of all that, protected by Lowe on one side, Earl on the other. And that really is disciplined play from the All Blacks. Well, Steve Gordon just giving Robert Jones a little push, and the referee tells them, just cool down. It's been a fine match, tremendous match. As we now enter the final 3 minutes. What a familiar sight that is. Absolute solid scrum. Swansea have not yielded there. Botica finds no room down the middle either. Walter Little has space and pace. This man can play. He has right, but good interception from Titley, and he shakes off the attacker as well and just takes him perhaps. No, it wasn't late, but Little, in the few chances we've had to see him play, Phil Bennett has really looked at talent.
A lovely break by Walter Little. Went through the Swansea defence, but good play by Titley, got between himself and Terry Wright.
Steve Gordon is the man standing at 2 for the New Zealanders. His first game in that all-black jersey. He's the man that starts on an early peel. Well, Billy James was through rather quickly, the referee decides. And that offers the All Blacks a penalty, and at this stage they won't be looking for any heroics. And Wayne Shelford decides that Frano Botica at this point in time should aim at goal. Just 2 minutes remaining and an 11-point advantage. That's Frano Botica, who's taken over the responsibilities of place kicking today and done so successfully. Kept the noses of the All Blacks in front right throughout the game. Has had assistance from Brewer at times, but the wind has just died slightly as the game gets to its climax. Botica then. Still pressure for Swansea, and that ball, really the pass delivered Stuart Davis into a problem there, and he had no option but to minor that ball. It means that the All Blacks now have a very good position for a scrum. And this will be very sad for Swansea should the All Blacks take advantage of it, because really they played so outstandingly well in the second half. That blindside defence has to be at its sharpest, and as for the first time we see the All Black scrum drive on. Absolute control, and no, says the referee, it had turned through the 90-degree mark, so it'll be back to square one. And the difficulty there, Phil Bennett, is for the back row to know whether to stand down and push or to just to stand off and tackle. Exactly, they're in no win situation. If they stay down, then there's a liable Shelford to pick it up. If they don't, then they could be pushed back over the line. Very difficult situation. A second bite for the All Blacks then. Wyatt and Arthur Emil having a little discussion in the background. Deans runs off, throws the dummy, gets over the line and gets his first try of the tour. Well, it was so easy in the end. Showed the ball, and it always causes confusion, of course, takes the eye away from the body action. And they change their tactics this time. They don't go for the push try. It's a little pass from Shelford, half a dummy. Might have been tackled, but he shows his strength, and Deans gets over. So Botica with yet another chance of a conversion. And again fails. Well, that wasn't all that difficult. But his side well ahead. It's now Swansea 22, the All Blacks 37. We're 2 minutes into injury time as some of the spectators behind the goalpost there leave the scene of this game. As Botica restarts again. Again, the All Blacks offer the chance as Earl charges away. The support from Murray Pearce. Inside him is Ron Williams, but Stuart Davis into